you. Invest in you.
Welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. We are right in the beginning throes of a wicked Women Wednesday edition where we have thought leaders in business, academia, philanthropy, and the arts come on and give the women's point of view. And there's no one better to talk about all the craziness going on in this political environment than Dr. Lauren Wright. She's an associate at the Princeton University, and she's the author of Star Power, American Democracy in the Age of the Celebrity Candidate.
Thank you
for rejoining us again.
Of course, and you're so busy today with this party, and look at all you have going on.
Yeah.
Well, you're clearly busier than we are because you have chosen not to attend the party.
That's right.
I was not invited until 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
what am I
wow,
supposed
really?
to do? Yes,
This
yes.
is unbelievable.
Did you see that?
I'm going to have to look into this, Lauren. I'm going to have to look into it. Sounds like something went wrong with the invitation committee.
I must have been left off.
Well, you at home should tune in on Saturday to the best shots of Liquid Lunch and see the behind the scenes and see how much effort went into creating this invite list, and now we find out that Lauren wasn't on it. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
About that. So back to way more important things where your insights are always welcome. Let's take a look at Donald Trump at his rally from last night, and it seems like he's still got the star power going.
Gathered together for Thanksgiving. You know, some people want to change the name Thanksgiving. They don't want to use the term Thanksgiving. Now we're going to have to do a little work on Thanksgiving. People have different ideas why it shouldn't be called Thanksgiving, but everybody in this room I know loves the name Thanksgiving, and we're not changing it.
So I know we're going to get into your disagreement with Frank on the turkey part of this, but it seems like, you know, last week they were talking about how the country's moving towards impeachment, the polls, everything's going the other way now. It's back below 50 from most polls against impeachment. And now it seems like he's still filling the House.
And that's important. And what I really saw from this rally last night was the unveiling of Trump's official impeachment messaging strategy, which is I'm for you, and there's this vast conspiracy, and people don't want to let you choose who should be president. They want Congress to choose, which I actually think if he doubles down on that, could be very effective, because while Democrats benefit from lengthening this process out because they get to reinforce the argument and rehash it and more Americans tune in, Republicans also benefit the closer it gets to the election, because then Democrats are forced into this elite argument that leave this to Congress, not to the voters to choose.
So to me, the president is doing a great job using the bully pulpit to redefine the messaging, as you and John both said. First of all, I'm not really sure who was proposing renaming Thanksgiving.
I did not hear
there was
that.
Many
either.
people are saying.
Yeah, there was nobody saying
Right, the
you're welcome
classic,
giving. That I heard.
everyone's saying.
Quite frankly, I don't agree.
But I do have to ask you, Dr. Wright, if what you're saying is true, that this could be an effective strategy to pivot the narrative away from impeachment, we're already seeing a couple of Democrats say, well, let's hold our horses on impeachment, maybe look at censure. There's kind of a narrow majority. Do you see enough Democrats, especially in the 31 districts that President Trump won, being persuaded not to vote for impeachment?
No.
No.
And Nancy Pelosi is really good at whipping those votes, as we know. I think this will be a straight partisan issue. Of course, the House floor vote will be the ultimate test of that. But I do think Democrats are going to completely get on board with this. And I believe the facts are on their side, even though it's a political debate, and Republicans certainly have a lot of politics on their side.
All right, let me ask you about a guy that is a star in the world of finance, the media, and sometimes in politics, Mike Bloomberg. He's now entered the Democratic presidential nomination contest, spending $35 million, biggest TV ad buy in history, bypassing the first 4 states. We've never seen that work before either. Totally unprecedented strategy. What sort of star power does Michael Bloomberg have? What does $35 million buy him, and how's that going to play out in the primaries?
Not as much star power as we think. Actually, he has really low name recognition among normal people, as I show in my book. But this is a classic example, and political scientists do it too. Media elites are familiar with Michael Bloomberg, so they think everyone is familiar with Michael Bloomberg. New Yorkers are, so they think everyone is. But we shouldn't necessarily extrapolate that to the general American public. And I'll just say very quickly, he's taking this strategy of entering the primary primary 4 states in, and that didn't work for Rudy Giuliani in 2008. It didn't work for Al Gore in 1988. We really haven't seen that strategy work out because these primaries are not independent of one another. What happens early actually can have a big impact on what happens later.
All right, and then finally, I was almost, well, finally for me, John may have.
No, but I want to hear why Lauren disagreed with you on the turkey pardon.
I was
because
bowled
this is
over.
big.
I couldn't
It's
even do
Thanksgiving.
the
Let's go into I'm going to go into Thanksgiving
When a professor
mode.
at the
Okay?
Ivy League goes on record in publicly disagreeing with me, I'm left to go and check my facts.
Watch out,
and
he's
my
going to write an
analysis.
article in the Gotham Gazette
wait a
about
minute.
you.
So I got nervous. I thought that's what she was disagreeing with, but it was only my turkey rant yesterday. This is the president yesterday pardoning a couple of turkeys named Butter and Bread. To be clear, only Butter was pardoned, but neither of them get eaten. You figure it out. This is the president yesterday.
Hopefully, Bread and Butter have been specially raised by the Jacksons to remain calm under any condition, which will be very important because they've already received subpoenas to appear in Adam Schiff's basement on Thursday. It's true. Hundreds of people have. It seems the Democrats are accusing me of being too soft on turkey. But Bread and Butter, I should note that unlike previous witnesses, you and I have actually met. It's very unusual.
So you think this is an American tradition which should continue?
Yes, I do. It's soft news. It's positive news.
Yeah.
And every other White House takes a lot of advantage of this tradition. And so for those of you watching who think the president doesn't get positive news coverage, who thinks he doesn't get a fair shake, every network covered this event yesterday. And we're in such polarized times that the White House really needs to take advantage of low-hanging political fruit. That's what typical politicians do. This White House does not do it.
Well, my beef with this, my
Beef. You didn't even touch
I guess my
What
turkey
beef?
with this.
Your
with it.
vegetable-based meat
exactly.
with this?
My tofurkey with this is that this is an event that is put on by the National Turkey Federation, a group that is designed
The biggest
to,
slaughterer of turkeys in the
exactly.
world. So they're
these
part
kids,
of like
these kids
2
are going up
1/1,000,000th
there
of a million.
petting the turkeys,
Yes.
having a good time. People are watching all over the country thinking these turkeys are just going to live the life of Riley for the rest of their days, when in actuality, the people putting this event on are responsible for an annual turkey holocaust every November.
Yeah. I mean, there are very mixed
And
sides
this is the
of it.
same day that he signed an animal cruelty bill.
Oh,
Nobody
and
talked about that.
Most people need to talk about that because this is a rare, nonpartisan issue. Is animal cruelty? We need to talk about that more.
How about this? How about if you want to eat a turkey, go get your bow and arrow and kill a turkey?
No, don't do
No,
that.
I'm just saying that's what
It does-
the natural attrition includes hunting, right? So if
Okay.
people hunt it to eat it, that's fine. But
All
we don't
right.
have to factory mill turkeys with extra large breasts and extra fat thighs so
Yep,
that people
there are a
can
lot of
enjoy all the hormones they're
What are
ingesting.
you
We're
doing?
going
I'm
to
not
solve
for that.
turkey on
right.
this show.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes.
Well, not the
We're
Erdogan
talking
situation, just poultry.
turkey.
Yes, right.
All turkey, right down to the Erdogan situation on today's show. But Lauren Wright, thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining us.
Thank you.
She's the bomb. Today's show is going to get even bombier after this. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Zen Sams, executive producer of The Protocol, right after this.